We use Table J in order to predict whether or not single replacement reactions will occur. So how we do this is, you're going to look at your reaction. Here's the first one we're going to look at. You identify the element that's alone. It could be bonded to another of itself, but it can't be in a compound. I've identified calcium as alone in this reaction, which means that I'm going to be comparing the metal in the compound to this one. So we like to use a little analogy here. So we're going to imagine that chlorine is dating potassium, but calcium's now up for grabs. So the question is, will chlorine dump potassium for calcium? And what this table does is kind of rank them based on their reactivity. So we're going to look and see, here's potassium here, and here's calcium down here. So which one's better? The higher up, the more reactive they are, and the more likely they will be to be in the compound. Since potassium is higher than calcium, no reaction is going to occur. Calcium is not as attractive to have in the compound. So this is no reaction. RXN is the abbreviation for reaction. All right, next one we have lithium that's alone, which means that I'm going to be comparing the metals in our compound. So here's sodium here, and we're going to decide, is lithium better or is sodium better? Is fluorine going to dump sodium to be with lithium? Here's lithium here, and here's sodium down here. So it appears that lithium's better, so fluorine is going to dump sodium and be with lithium. When it does, you'll have Li now with F and sodium by itself. All they do is switch places. For our last reaction here, we have chlorine alone, which is a nonmetal, so we're going to use the nonmetal side, and we're going to compare it to the nonmetal here. So here's chlorine, here's bromine. Is sodium going to dump bromine to be with chlorine? Here's chlorine here, here's bromine here. Chlorine's better. So sodium is going to dump bromine to be with chlorine, and bromine's going to be by itself. And you need to remember that bromine is one of our diatomic molecules, so it wouldn't be just by itself like sodium is here. It's going to actually create a diatomic molecule. I bring clay for our new house. Those are the ones that will always form diatomic molecules.